This video is going to cover installing the Lab Manager version 7 as a workstation. So if you have multiple computers that are using Lab Manager version 7, the main computer is going to have the install as the actual server, and then any additional computers are going to have the installation of the actual workstation. Now, it just means essentially that you're not going to have the server tools on each one of the workstations, and then it's going to be looking for the data through the network for the actual server. So we're going to install on a workstation, so we're going to right-click on the file. Now, the file could be called something else. If you download it off our website, it may be called something else, but if you right-click on it, run as administrator, you may have a question that pops up for user account controls, and that will be either on Windows 7 or Windows 8. And if you do, just say allow or accept, and then it should go through that. Other operating systems might not actually say those. I happen to have my user account controls turned off, and so it didn't pop up that message. Alright, so we're going to click Next, and Accept, and Next. And you can either leave this blank or you can have something in, it's up to you. And we're going to do Custom Installation. So for a workstation, we're going to do Custom. For the server, we would do Complete. And if you look here, that we don't want the server tool to install, so we're going to turn the server tool off. So what I did was I clicked on this little box, and this feature will not be available. So you'll see in a little X then, and it's going to install the version 7, the actual software that it needs. So now we're going to click Next and Install. So this process does take a few minutes, and we're waiting for it to give us a finished option at the very end. Okay, so now that it's complete, you can click Finish. Now, when you do go into the software, because you won't have a server tools, you need to make sure the server is set up properly. And with the server, you'll need to know what the server name is. So when you double click on your Lab Manager, it's going to take a second or so. It will pop up with a box saying it can't find the server. It doesn't know what it's looking for. And so we're just waiting for that box to pop up. Okay, so now that the Pick a Lab Manager DB server is up, you would then go in and type the server name. So you may have, it may be anything. It's whatever your server's set up as. So it may be server, maybe something completely different. You'll hit accept. It will then connect if you have the correct name. So make sure that you do check that. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to find it. But other than that, that should get you in as a workstation. And again, you don't have to have the server tools. You're not trying to get the database on this specific computer. You're just trying to access the data from the server, the main computer.